Your legs are not just limbs. They are the living record of your journey. They have walked you through 60 years of joy, sorrow, challenge, and triumph. They are your connection to the earth, your freedom to move through the world. To feel them weaken is to feel your very foundation start to fade. Most people will hear the name of the food and think that is the answer, but 99% will miss the final part, where the simple food becomes a profound daily practice. To ignore this is to hold a seed in your hand but never plant it in the soil. There is a quiet conversation that begins after 60 years of life. It is not a conversation of words, but of feelings, of sensations. It is the body speaking its truth. One of the first things it often speaks of is the foundation. We spend our youth running, jumping, and moving without a single thought given to the pillars that support us. Our legs are simply there, faithful servants to our will, but as the seasons of our life change, we begin to notice a shift. A staircase that was once an effortless ascent becomes a conscious effort. A long walk that was once a source of joy becomes a source of apprehension. This is not a failure, it is a signal. It is the body's gentle but firm request for attention. It is asking us to become conscious stewards of our own physical structure. The strength in our legs is more than just muscle. It is our autonomy. It is our ability to stand tall, to remain grounded, to move through our own home and the world outside with confidence and independence. When this strength begins to wane, it is not just a physical loss. It is a subtle erosion of our freedom. It can create a quiet, creeping fear of falling, a hesitation to engage with life as fully as we wish. This process, often called sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle, is not an inevitable sentence. It is a condition, and like any condition, it is influenced by our daily actions. It is a slow dismantling of the body's essential framework, a process where the body begins to break down its own structure faster than it can rebuild it. Our task, then, is not to fight a losing battle against time, but to consciously and intentionally provide the body with the precise materials it needs to halt the dismantling and begin the rebuilding. This is a work of profound importance. It is the work of maintaining the temple. A temple with a crumbling foundation cannot stand for long, no matter how beautiful its upper chambers may be. Your mind can be clear, your spirit can be bright, but if the physical vessel is unstable, your experience of life becomes limited and constrained. The journey to preserving and even rebuilding this foundational strength is not about aggressive, punishing exercise that your body may no longer be prepared for. It is about a gentle, consistent, and intelligent approach. It begins with the most fundamental act of self-care, the nourishment we choose to provide. We must ask ourselves, with every meal, is this contributing to the rebuilding or is it contributing to the dismantling? The answer lies in understanding what the body is asking for. It is asking for the essential building blocks of life. It is asking for protein, but not just any protein and not just at any time. It needs a specific kind of support, delivered with intention and consistency. The loss of leg strength is a call to action. It is an invitation to engage in a new kind of discipline, one rooted in self-respect and a deep desire to inhabit a strong, stable, and capable body for all the years to come. It is about honoring the journey your legs have already taken by ensuring they are strong enough to carry you through the rest of the path, wherever it may lead. This is the foundational understanding. Without it, any dietary change is merely a temporary tactic. With it, every meal becomes a sacred act of reconstruction. Morning ritual. The quality of our entire day is often determined by the first hour after we awaken. This is a time of immense potential. The mind is often clearer, the world is quieter, and the habits we engage in during this period set a powerful precedent for the hours that follow. If the first act of the day is one of mindless distraction, of stress, of rushing, then that energy will ripple through our entire experience. But if the first act is one of conscious intention, of quiet care for the self, It creates a current of peace and purpose that can carry us through any challenges the day may present. When we are seeking to rebuild the body's foundation, the morning offers us the most potent opportunity to begin this work. It is the time to lay the first most important brick of the day. After a night of sleep, the body has been in a state of fasting. It has been repairing and restoring itself using the resources available. For an older body that is prone to muscle loss, this overnight period can be a time of vulnerability. Without a ready supply of building materials, the body may begin to break down its own muscle tissue for energy and essential functions. It is a subtle, silent process of borrowing from the body's own structure to meet its immediate needs. Therefore, the very first meal of the day is not just about satisfying hunger, it is a strategic intervention. It is the moment we deliver a fresh supply of materials to the construction site, signaling to the body that it can cease the dismantling process and begin the work of building. Creating a morning ritual around this first meal transforms it from a chore into a practice. This is not about quickly consuming something while standing over the sink. It is about creating a space of calm and purpose. It means setting aside a few moments to sit, to breathe, and to be present with the nourishment you're about to receive. This act of mindfulness sends a powerful signal to the nervous system. It shifts the body from a state of stress and rushing into a state of rest and digestion. When the body is calm, it is far more receptive to the nutrients it is given. It can absorb and utilize them with maximum efficiency. A meal eaten in a state of stress is often a meal wasted, as the body is not in the proper state to process it fully. This morning ritual is your anchor. It is a non-negotiable act of self-preservation and self-respect. It is the moment you declare, "My well-being is my priority." Before the demands of the world rush in, before the phone calls and the news and the responsibilities of the day begin to pull at your attention, you take this time for the essential work of rebuilding your foundation. This consistency is the key. It is not what we do once in a while that shapes us, but what we do every single day. By establishing this simple, powerful morning ritual, you are creating a daily habit that directly counteracts the process of muscle loss. You are starting every single day with an act of construction, an act of strength, an act of profound care for the vessel that carries your spirit, silent builder. Now we come to the substance of the ritual. What is this nourishment that we should offer the body in the quiet of the morning? The answer is not something exotic or complicated. It is not a secret formula or an expensive supplement. As is so often the case, the most profound solutions are found in simplicity. The food we need is humble, accessible, and potent. It is cottage cheese. But let us look beyond the simple name and understand the wisdom of this choice. We are not choosing it for its flavor or its trendiness. We are choosing it for its specific, unique properties that make it the perfect material for our morning reconstruction project. It is a silent, patient builder. The power of cottage cheese lies in its protein composition. A significant portion of its protein is a type called casein. Unlike other proteins that are absorbed very quickly, casein is digested slowly. It forms a gel-like substance in the stomach which releases its amino acids, the building blocks of muscle, into the bloodstream over a prolonged period, often for several hours. Think of it as the difference between a flash flood and a slow, steady river. A quick flood of protein can be useful at times, but in the morning, after an overnight fast, what the body truly needs is a sustained, reliable source of nourishment. The slow river of casein provides this. It tells the body there is no need to break down your own structure. A steady supply of materials is here and will continue to arrive for hours. This single act can halt the muscle breakdown that occurs overnight and create an environment conducive to building, not dismantling. This food is a quiet worker. It does not provide a rush of energy. It does not create a dramatic, immediate sensation. Its work is slow, deep, and steady. It is the embodiment of the principle of consistent, patient effort. A single serving in the morning provides a significant dose of high-quality protein specifically designed by nature for slow release. This makes it an unparalleled choice for the first meal of the day, especially for someone over 60. It directly addresses the primary challenge of sarcopenia by providing the exact tool needed to tip the balance from breakdown back towards synthesis. It is a direct and effective intervention wrapped in the form of a simple, unassuming food. To incorporate this into your morning ritual is simple. A single bowl is all that is required. It does not need complex preparation. Its beauty is in its simplicity. This is not about forcing yourself to eat something you dislike. It is about understanding its purpose so deeply that the act of eating it becomes an act of wisdom. You are not just eating food, you are consciously providing your muscles with the precise building blocks they need to remain strong and functional. You are participating directly in the preservation of your own freedom and mobility. When you see the bowl of cottage cheese not as a diet food, but as a bowl of liquid architecture for your body, your relationship to it is transformed. It becomes a welcome and essential part of your morning, a trusted ally in the work of maintaining your foundational strength. Conscious practice. First, consider the vessel. Eat from a bowl that you find pleasing. Use a spoon that feels good in your hand. These small details are not frivolous. They are part of creating an experience of respect. You are not just refueling. You are engaging in a ceremony of reconstruction. Prepare your bowl with presence. As you scoop the cottage cheese, acknowledge what it is you are doing. You are preparing the materials that will strengthen your foundation. This simple shift in mindset changes the energy of the entire act. Instead of a mundane task, it becomes a purposeful, meditative moment. This is the beginning of eating with intention. Next, consider what you might add to the bowl. While the cottage cheese is the primary worker, you can invite other harmonious elements to join it. A handful of berries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries adds not only natural sweetness, but also a wealth of antioxidants which help to protect the body's cells from damage. A sprinkle of seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, or pumpkin seeds can add healthy fats, fiber, and additional minerals. These additions are not meant to mask the main ingredient, but to complement it, creating a more complete and synergistic offering of nourishment. Choose these additions with the same care, understanding that each element brings its own unique gift to the practice. The most crucial part of the conscious practice is the act of eating itself. Sit down, do not stand, do not walk around, do not watch a screen or read the news. For these few minutes, your only task is to be present with your meal. Take the first bite and chew it slowly. Notice the texture, the temperature, the subtle flavors. This mindful chewing is not just a polite habit, it is a vital part of digestion. It signals to your body to prepare for receiving nourishment. As you eat, hold the intention in your mind. I am rebuilding my foundation. I am providing my body with strength and stability. Feel a sense of gratitude for this simple food and for its ability to support your well-being. This gratitude infuses the meal with a powerful positive energy that resonates far beyond the physical nutrients themselves. This is how a simple food becomes a profound practice. The discipline you cultivate with this one morning ritual is a seed. And like any seed that is watered daily, it will grow and extend its roots into every other area of your life. The practice of consciously rebuilding your physical foundation becomes the training ground for rebuilding your inner architecture. The principles are exactly the same. The focus, the consistency, the choice of pure materials. and the rejection of that which weakens. This is a universal wisdom that applies to the mind and spirit just as it applies to the muscles of your legs. This is the part of the practice that most people miss. They find the what and they stop there, but the real life-altering transformation comes from understanding and applying the how and the why to your entire existence. Consider the principle of conscious selection. Just as you learn to choose the food that builds you up and avoid the food that contributes to dismantling, you can apply this same discernment to your mental diet. What thoughts do you allow to occupy your mind? Are they thoughts of strength, of peace, of gratitude, or are they thoughts of fear, of resentment, of worry? These mental patterns are the building blocks of your emotional state. To consciously choose a positive, constructive thought is the mental equivalent of choosing a spoonful of nourishing food. To dwell on negativity is the equivalent of consuming something that weakens you. The discipline is the same, a moment-to-moment choice to build, not to dismantle. Consider the principle of consistency. The strength in your legs is not rebuilt with one massive effort, but with the small daily offering each morning. So it is with peace of mind. Peace is not found in a single dramatic breakthrough. It is cultivated through the consistent daily practice of returning to the present moment, of letting go of what you cannot control, of choosing a calm response over a reactive one. Your morning ritual becomes your daily reminder of this truth. It teaches your body and your mind that small, steady, positive inputs repeated over time are the pathway to profound and lasting strength. The stability you build in your legs becomes a metaphor for the stability you can build in your mind. This is the integrated wisdom. It is the understanding that your physical health and your mental and spiritual well-being are not separate things. They are deeply interconnected. They are different facets of the same whole. The work you do on one level will inevitably support the work you do on another. By committing to this simple, tangible practice of rebuilding your physical foundation, you are simultaneously learning the art of rebuilding your entire inner world. You are learning to be the conscious architect of your own experience. The strength you feel in your legs as you walk is the same quality of strength you will begin to feel in your heart as you navigate the challenges of life. This is the true gift of the practice. Not just stronger legs, but a stronger, more peaceful, and more resilient self. The journey after 60 is not one of inevitable decline. It is an opportunity for profound refinement. It is a time to shed the non-essential and to focus on what truly builds and sustains. By embracing a simple, powerful morning ritual, you do more than just stop muscle loss. You engage in a daily practice of creation. You become an active participant in your own vitality, laying a new foundation brick by brick, morning by morning. This is a path of quiet power, a path of gentle strength, leading not back to youth, but forward into a deeper, more grounded, and more peaceful experience of life. This message about the morning ritual being the first brick of the day truly made me pause. What was the one thought that stayed with you?